what priorities are you setting to manage future organizational growth?
Well, that's a good question because 2012 is KACF's 10th anniversary, so it's a very natural time for us, the board and the staff, to be kind of looking at how far we've come in the 10 years and clearly, where we want to take the organization in the future. And I think for any organization, nonprofit or for-profit, you start out with a basic mission. And for us, it was about, cultivating philanthropic leadership in the Korean American community and making sure that we could have greater resources flowing into the nonprofit organizations that are helping the most underserved, under-resourced populations, in our community. And that's been sort of, the boundaries of what we chose to take on. And clearly for us or for other organizations, it's very helpful time to time to check in, to tweak the mission, to see where you can do something a little bit differently, or maybe even changing it altogether in some dramatic way. But I think that is a sign of a healthy organization. For us, one example of something that we did is we fund in 5 issue areas. And one of them had to do with helping organizations that are dealing with, that are working in the field of health and health equity, because Korean Americans have the distinction of having one of the highest uninsured rates of any immigrant group. And so often people do not go for screenings, and so when they discover something, it's very late. And so we were focused on helping programs or organizations that do early detection and screenings and follow-up, but we were very focused on defining health as physical health. But recently, in recent years, we began to see that there is a real need in our community for dealing with mental health issues, that there are high rates of depression and suicides, and more than anything else, that there is the stigma about even talking about mental health issues or to seek out help. And so we kind of tweaked our issue area to specifically say that health is defined as physical health, but also mental health. And we've been able to fund more organizations that are doing sort of outreach and awareness, and also about actually providing intervention and advocacy and services around improving the mental health of our community.